in the league to score on their first possession in both the first and second half, and they did that only once all of last year in 16 games. So
Hi, I'm Charles, and this is the ChangeVlog, and it's One Take Tuesday. Again, the changes that I want to make for the ChangeVlog center a lot around what's going on midweek for me. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, not a lot of action going on in my life, not a lot of decision making. It's a lot of come home from work, make the kids dinner, get the kids in bed, edit some vlogs, and go to bed myself. So what I want to do is on One Take Tuesdays, just kind of like sit down in front of the camera, let you know where I'm at with certain things. If I've made any decisions lately, I can speak a little more in depth about it. But really, it's just one good camera take, and then go from there. For today's One Take Tuesday, I actually want to steal from David and the Pursuit blog. I want to take his format and I want to pose a question. I'm hoping that you guys out there will comment on this. Maybe even make a video response would be awesome, because I want to have a conversation around this. There's this thing that's kind of always been bugging me, even after becoming a Christian. It is based on it is related to my faith. I'm a Christian male, and one of the things that always bugs me is this idea of creationism or evolution, and how they always have to be one or the other. You hear a lot of people talk about this, and it's like it has to be creationism or it has to be evolution. And not having a relationship with God for the first 23 years of my life, I did learn all this science. I do understand that there's a lot of scientific evidence for evolution, that there were creatures on this earth that came and went. And there's a lot of stuff that can't be explained, or can be explained, I guess, or I don't know how to explain it. But basically, like, I've never liked the idea that it has to be creationism or evolution. For example, what if I threw out this theory? The Bible says that God created the earth in 7 days. He had worked for 6 and then rested on the 7th. But what is a day to God? Like, a day for us is the earth itself. It's one revolution of the earth. But God isn't on the earth. God created the earth. So how do we know what a day is to God? And what if that's just the best word we had in our little minds for what it took God to create the earth? What if it took God millions of our years, but that's 6 days for him? What if that's 7 days for him? What if millions of years for us in this whole thing? And then think about it on how everything in this earth grows. Think about how everything in this earth grows. We plant things, it starts as a little seed, and then it grows and it evolves over a shorter amount of time than millions of years. But if you plant a tomato seed, it starts as a sprout, comes out of the ground, grows branches and leaves, and then eventually bears fruit. Look at a child. A child, the sperm impregnating the egg slowly evolving into a human body, into the point in which it's birthed. Everything works that way. There's nothing here that's ever 7 days and poof, it just appears out of nothing. So why is it so crazy to think that our earth was planted as a seed? What if God planted that seed and then over millions of years it evolved into the earth that we live in? And what if we're his fruit? What if we're the fruit of this seed that he planted? And because the best word we have as human beings is a day, means that it has to be creationism or evolution? That just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know the answer, and I can't find an answer that I hear audibly and say, oh my God, I can feel that in my heart and that is right. So that's my question to you guys. I'm just not telling you one way or the other that that's what it is. It's something I think about often, and as I'm part of this Christian community on YouTube and I'm watching these atheist videos and doing all this, like, evolution for the atheist is something that totally debunks Christianity and God. And I'm just thinking, how can that be? Like, I think that it's just, evolution is too perfect of a thing to not be created. And there's so much evidence of evolution. How can Christians who believe in creation just ignore it and that kind of thing? So For me, it's something that I've always gone back and forth. I'm looking for that perfect mixture that just makes sense to me. And I'm curious what it makes sense to you guys. Is it creationism, evolution, and it has to be one without the other? Or can it somehow be that those two things are intertwined? So please, please, please leave a comment below. Thank you, David, for letting me steal your format and throwing out this question and trying to create conversation on YouTube. I'm going to put your link to your latest video in this, so people out there watching who watch me, click on David's link, check out his channel. It's not the first time I've mentioned him. He's awesome, and I think that you could get a lot out of his channel, whether you're Christian or not, because he's just asking you to think about things. That's going to be it. Thank you for watching One Take Tuesday. I'm pretty excited about the new format. Let me know what you think too. If you just want to comment about this format, comment below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in future videos. Good night for now.
New birds suddenly appear every time you come here.
Just
Like me, they long to be close to